anything if you want to ask and if you want to add, you are free to do that. Not an issue. Don't wait for the last moment, right? So with all of your kind permission, I am sharing my screen, my presentation. I'm visible, audible now.
Yes, sir, all clear.
Okay. So once again, very good afternoon to each and everyone. So this is a program sponsored by UGC and run by Malavia Mission Teacher Training Center under the Malavia Mission Teacher Training Program. And this basically for the NEP 2020, which for the orientation across the country, orientation program and sensitization program. So we all now are part of National Education Policy 2020. So it is must to know what exactly written in the policy document and how it is going to be implemented and what are the implications of it and how it is useful to us, because now we are part of it. So each and every one of us, that we have to know what exactly it is, right? So as ma'am says, once again I am repeating, there are 8 themes. Out of 8 themes, one of the theme is information and communication technology. This detail are about the themes details are available in the brochure. So kindly go through it. The portal which you register yourself for this program, that portal has each and every information. So entire brochure is also available. So with that opening remarks, I'm here to discuss with all of you about the ICT policy or information communication technology theme, right? Fine. So let's see the context. So whenever we, by the way, English is preferable, right? There is no issue in
Yes,
English.
sir, yes.
Perfect, na? Okay, because I know only Hindi and English. Gujarati, you people can understand. Marathi, I don't know. So we have only two choice: either Hindi, either English, right? Fine.
No issue, sir.
Uh, uh, Silpa ma'am, your voice is not coming. You want you want to say anything? Okay, fine.
No issue, sir. No issue.
Okay, fine. So whenever we start anything, we have to understand the context, which is very important. Without context, nothing is cleared, or it looks like a blurred thing or a blurred image. So better to understand what exactly the context is. So here the context is basically a technology, right? We are going to discuss about the technology, a technology which is used in academic ecosystem. I'm using word one ecosystems. That what exactly it is, we will see later on. So there are plenty of technology around us, which is known as the technology is omnipresent or ubiquitous. Wherever we go, technology is there. So morning to night, we are surrounded by the technology. We are using mobile device. We are using AC, freeze. So number of instrument we are operating through morning to night, and those instruments are run through a kind of a technology. We are commuting, so vehicles are there. Okay, so everything in transactions, everywhere we are familiar with the, or we are experience the technology, right? But here the technology use a specific technology is going to use in academic ecosystem. So that technology we are going to discuss, right? So here the concept is, our context is to understand the technology and importance of the technology, or emphasize on the technology in NEP 2020, which is information communication technology, right? So this is a clear cut context that we are going to discuss about for 1.5 hours. Fine. So let's start with the traditional part. Everywhere right now, also a number of institutions are using this mode. Nothing wrong in it. Many of us or many of the teacher have this kind of teaching method that they are using in the classroom. So which is basically a kind of method known as traditional method to impart information in the classroom. In one physical space, we are learning, or we are providing learning, right, where we are using a minimum teaching aids, which is generally board and chalk, and also books and reference books. So this is a traditional way where we are not using technology much, right? So nothing wrong in it. Again, I am referring. Don't think that this is a wrong method or something like that. But this is a one way of imparting information face to face in a physical classroom where we are not using technology. So that method is basically identified as a traditional method of early days. Traditional method of early days. Why it is a traditional method of early days? Because today we are living in a technological world. So if we are not using a technology, so it's better to define as a traditional method. Now this is again a metaphor or a picture which defines a traditional method in a simplex mode. Why it is a simplex mode? Because here in this metaphor, or in this mode or method, a teacher only allowed to use technology in the classroom. Students are not allowed to use technology in the classroom. They have to follow the teacher, what teacher are doing, and they have to follow it. So here in that's why his method is written is simplex mode. So one-way communications of technology, or one-way use of technology in the classroom. So that's why it is defined as simplex mode, where teachers are allowed to use the technology and students has to follow the technology in the classroom, right? So that's why it is named as traditional. And why it is a traditional? Because it's a current generation classroom, but in a simplex mode, right? So this is a one way. Now this metaphor or this picture create a shift, enormously shift in the educational ecosystem, right? So this metaphor explain uh, that younger kids representation of a student and the mobile device, which is also a younger one in a context of technology. So both are younger one, and both did a tremendous change in our ecosystem. And because of this too, because of the two, because nowadays if you find the students are more friendly towards the technology is compared to us. They are using technology very easy way, they are more comfortable and they love to use it rather than us, right? And the mobile device, which is also a younger one but more powerful. So these two are powerful thing, and they change, they brings shift in entire education ecosystem. And now consider this scenario, a duplex mode, or a where a teacher is also using technology, students are also using technology, both have permission to use technology in the classroom. And in this case teacher are always remain on toss, right? Because if anything goes wrong from the teacher perspective side, students immediately connect with the technology which they have in their labs, right? So teacher always remain one step ahead in front of the students for accepting using a technology. No doubt, I am not considering here the standard and default context, which is a knowledge, which obviously we have to. But here we are discussing the concept of technology. So how teacher must remain comfortable while using the technology. So this is the most important thing. Nowadays we are in such a world that using technology is not a surprising element, but comfortable level while using the technology, which is very important. So this is the case, this is a period or the era where we have to feel comfort while using the new technology, right? So this is the kind of a thing that here now we are living in such a era that efficiency is not important, pro efficiency is very important. So we have to be a pro efficient while using technology in the classroom with the students, because they are more well versed with the technology. So we must know what kind of technology we are using in the classroom and what are the importance of this technology. So that is the basic idea about to discuss about the ICT, information communication technology. And this is most obvious advantage of technology nowadays. A parallel world is emerging, learn anytime anywhere and best suitable for the adult. This technology is best suitable for the adult, right? And here, if you have a device, you have a connection, and if you have a ZIL, you can access any kind of information which is available on the resources. And vast resources are available, and they are available on our fingertips. Basically, nowadays, fingertips words, information on a fingertips word, also a very old uh, saying. Everything is available on through voice assistant. So Siri is available, Alexa is available, Google is available. So when you say hey Google, then Google Assistant is available for us. So information is just saying a word. It's only for that. So this is a technology which provide enormous advantage and efficiency for our teaching learning resources, right? So this is most obvious advantage. And threat is also there. A parallel market is emerging after the corona. A number of learning platform emerge like anything, and one parallel system is emerging, right? So that is also a threatening for us. It's a good also, and as far as threatening is also. Now let's see how this all started, how technology are taking shape in the classroom. So for that, one small video clip is there. Uh, don't worry about the music if you are not able to listen anything, but just visualize the things which are coming on the screen, right? So which is very important. So this is called History of Education in Education. Let's begin. So it started from the 30,000 BC with the visual communications, cave drawing. Then around 510 BC, Pythagoras mm, mathematical concept. Then 105 paper made in China. So information started uh, duplicating on the papers. Then multifold of informations through manuscript transcriptions. So more dimensions are added, and then multiple duplications or multifold of informations, that is Gutenberg printing press, right? And then public education, concept of public education started, and here in this public education more and more teaching aids started added, from books, board, textbook, and then visual aids. So that is audio visual aids, projector, radio, and then overhead projectors. Many of you are familiar with the overhead projector, where we are writing something on the plastic sheets, and that can be available on a bigger screen. Then information TV and VCR, magnet information on magnetic tapes, and virtually available on the bigger screen. Electronic devices, and magic came, magical instrument in the classroom, which is computers. One more resources were added, and in the smaller screen started bigger and bigger. So it's a smart board kind of a thing, and then magic happens. More gates were open for the information. So the introduction of the internet, and which connects entire globe. So nowadays, it's very easy to communicate with anyone through internet. So we came across more culture, more dimension, and then interactivity started taking place in the classroom with the use of, or with the help of technology. It's a smart classroom concept, and then responsive system started taking place in the classroom. So mobile phones all are a responsive count as a responsive system, one can use as a feedback system, right? And still journey is continued. More number of instruments are coming into the classroom, more kind of teaching aids are coming into the classroom, right? So journey is still continuation. So this is how every era has a kind of a teaching aids, has important of teaching aids, and still more and more technology are coming into the market. Now let's understand what exactly the ICT, right? So basically it's an acronym that stands for Information Communication and Technology. It's a combination of three words. There is no general definition is available for information communication technology. But if we understand these three words properly, then we can able to define a use of ICT and importance of ICT. Say for example, first we have to understand what exactly we mean by informations, because we all are related with the informations. We are information imparting machines basically. So what exactly the information, which is something new, something new came in our life which defines the information. Our life is divided into three zones. One is I know. One is I know, I don't know. And third part which defines the information, when you came to know, I really don't know, I don't know. So when you came to know, which defines the information. So what exactly it is, in certain things in my life, I know comfortably or confidently that I know how to ride a bicycle. So certain area in my life are under my knowing zone, that I know perfectly, I know. Certain area in my one of the zone which is defined as I know I don't know. मुझे बहुत कुछ पता है कि मुझे पता नहीं है. Say for example, I am not a pilot, so I don't know how to fly an aeroplane. So that zone already I know that these are the certain things I don't know, which is very much clear. So one part is clear that I know, another part is also clear I don't know. There is a third part, which is a kind of a puzzling, a fuzzy part, that really I don't know, मुझे पता ही नहीं है कि मुझे पता नहीं. And then which when I came to know, it only defines the information, right? So being a human nature, a social animal, when I came to know certain things, which is called the information. So when I came to know about any informations or a new thing, I start communicating with my peers. Being a social person, I start communicating with my peers, right? And in that course, if I use technology, then I can say I am using a technology to communicate informations. I am using technology or any technical or any technological device to communicate information. So in a way, it means I am using information communication technology. So any a time, if I am using any technology to communicate any kind of information, then it is known as I am ICT enabled person, because to convey something, I am using technology. So being a teacher, I am using gadgets in my classroom or any technology in my classroom to communicate information to my students. It means I am an ICT enabled teacher, right? So basically our job in the classroom is to define, to disseminate informations. And in that course, if I use technology, then one can say I am technological enabled teacher or ICT enabled teacher. So this is the meaning of ICT, information communication technology. Now why ICT? A very simple answer. The learn with the technology, the way students are living with the technology. So that's why we have to provide everything the way students are learning, the way they are living. So they love to use technology. So why not to provide our learning part uh, through the technology? Why not to convey through the technology, keeping basic things intact, keeping basic thing intact. So this is one of the reason that people, even government and everyone in policy also, they are emphasizing on the technology, that we have to provide everything through the technology, right? Now, if you look at the browser, this is about the ICT theme written in the browser. So, what exactly the technology transformation, exactly the educational transformation, and they are related with the ICT. That's why it is known as the ICT pro efficiency rather than the efficiency. ICT pro efficiency. So for that, we have to understand two transformation. One is technology transformation, another one is an education transformation. So in technology transformation, the technology instrument we are using for the ICT, for the academic ecosystem, which is a mobile. And that's why we are saying that this is the fifth generation technology we are using, because the mobile device is such a device which provide a communications, and so through mobile we can transfer data, we can also communicate through voice, and also we can do so many things. So data or informations are communicated from one place to another place, and that is uh, provided by the mobile. And in mobile system we come across five generations: generation first to generation fifth. So right now we are in the fifth generation. So this is a technology transformation we are taking consideration into education ecosystem. Otherwise there are so many other technologies are there, but for the education ecosystem we are considering this technology as a prominent technology, and they are helping us to do our job very easily, right? So that's why we are taking this fifth generation mobile communication system as a technology for the ICT. And second one, education transformation. So we are in the fourth generation. We are in a fourth generation. So this fourth generation technology, fourth generation people are using fifth generation of technology. How? So one example is given. So in education 1.0, education 1.0 generation, students are learning within the classroom through traditional classroom system. No technology is used. So that's called a generation number one. In the in the second generation, we are using technology. So say one more dimension is added. That's why it is known as education 2.0, where we are taking help of any technology. In the third part, third generation or education 3.0, where we are using computers with the internet. So one more resources of information are added. So that's why it is known as education 3.0. In education 4.0, generation 4 remains set. Computer setup and technology remains as it is. Only the one thing is added into the setup, that fifth generation mobile communication technology we are using, and which provides three more dimension to this. One is artificial intelligence, second is virtual reality, and third one is augmented reality. So these three more dimension is only possible because of the fifth generation of data. So where in fifth generation we are getting plenty of data at the rate of higher speed. So that's why we can say we are in a fourth generation of education, where we are using fifth generation of technology. So this is a connection between the generation of education and the technology generation, right? Clear? Anybody have any doubt, anything? Fine. So now when we say ICT, so earlier concept was there that ICT is only used for the classroom, or ICT only used in the classroom. But nowadays one can say this is known as the educational ecosystem. Educational ecosystem. So entire education ecosystem are divided into five things, or ICT is divided into five sub themes. So here also you can see the five sub themes of ICT, which is a part of uh, our this NEP program, right? So ICT. So let's see one by one these all five sub themes. The first is a ICT in education, where a technology of education and education in technology are defined. So basically they are divided into three parts. One is computer assisted instructions. If we are using computers for providing any instruction, then it is known as computer assisted instruction. Second one is computer managed learning. So best example is learning management system, where technology takes care of learning resources. So they are managing our learning resources, right? So which is known as the computer managed learning. Example is learning management system MOOCs, SWAM platform, edX platform, Coursera. These are the learning management platform or learning management system. They are providing a massive online open courses. And third one, computer based learning, CBL. If we are learning anything using the computer, then it is known as the computer based learning. Say for example, you are learning any computer language, then it is known as the computer based learning. If we know all these things, then we can do innovation in teaching learning in the higher education, right? And for that we require a concept of or development of e-resources. Now what exactly the e-resources? So e-resources means a resources which use a technology or any technical device or any electronic device which are responsible to create, store, transport or access any resources or any content. So that is defined e-resources. Rather than resources, it is known as e-resources. Why? Because you need electronic device to store, to create, to access, and to transport. Right. So this is the first part, which generally we are using in the classroom or basically in the teaching learning process. Then comes a modern technique, how we can deliver, how we can communicate. Nowadays, plenty of options are available through the technology. Right now, also we are practicing one mode of modern technique on a virtual platform. We all are discussing this uh, training program, right? So here everyone are connected to the either their office. Many of you are commuting. I am also taking class from my office. So we all are connected on a one virtual platform where geographical boundary are not required. So this is a kind of a virtual class or a electronic class through electronic platform. So these are the modern techniques. And here also one can use a blend of technology, teaching online, offline, synchronous, asynchronous. Right now we are doing practice of synchronous class. Say for example, after completion of my class, maybe some assignment is given to you and you have to submit by tomorrow afternoon. So there is no class, but up to tomorrow, up to your next attempt, you have to do your work at your in your domain. So that is known as the asynchronous. It's not synchronously connected. You have to do your job at your in your domain, right? And then at one particular time you have to submit your work. So this is known as the asynchronous. So these are the various way to connect. So the name is given modern technique of communication and technology, where we can able to communicate with each other, right? And then alternative strategies. If physical communications are not possible, then what to do? So after corona we came across a certain alternate strategy. One of the strategy is this online, right? So one can able to connect themselves, one can able to access other than the resources available on the learning platform at physical places, right? So learning management system, MOOCs, evaluation, their uses, everything is available nowadays. So this is a alternative system, a where the physical classes are not happening. We have to think about the alternative solution through the technology. Main aspect is, or main concern or main context is through the technology. Fourth one, very important in the ecosystem, which is a connection of regulatory body with the each and every stakeholder. So through technology, one has to create a one platform where each and every stakeholder can access their level of information through one common mode of window or one common mode of information or resources. So that basically known as a digital university, where each and every stakeholder are connected and they can able to access their level of information, right? So that is known as a digital university concept. Government is already started the connecting university through e-summit platform. So slowly it's happening. And if we know all these things, then we can able to go for globalization and internationalizations from local to global. We can meet other people, we can meet other institution people, we can collaborate our network, we can collaborate our research work, we can expand our network connectivity. We came across certain kind of a culture dimension, and we can able to enhance our connectivity. So, and for that we require efficiency in ICT technology. So this is how, and this all are written in the NEB document. How? Let's see. So this is basic concept which is described in the browser, and how this reflect in NEP 2020 document that we will see. Up to this, any questions, anything anybody wants to add, anything? So I can able to remain confident that people are here, they are listening to me. So I can able to understand that I am communicating.
No difficulty, sir.
Thank you very much. Okay, moving further. So this is started way back before 52 years. Since last 52 years, government is trying to impose or emphasize on the technology to use in the classroom. So it started in 1972, and if you look at the timeline, right now we are in the last portion, which is started in 2020. So that is NEP policy, National Education Policy 2020. But this journey were started before 52 years as far as the use of ICT is concerned. Use of ICT is concerned. So let's see. Right now we are in the last mode, which is a 2020. So that part we will discuss. If you want to know the about the older policy, try to Google it. You will get the documents and information about it. But right now we are discussing NEP, so we are going to concentrate on NEP 2020. So when we are talking about national education policy in India, we have only four landmarks, major four landmarks. The first one, which was the first policy introduced in 1986, which was known as National Policy on Education. Then after that, one reframe of policy done in 1992. So it's a major reframe work on 1986 policy. And after that, one more amendment were added, which is very famous amendment, and that is known as Right to Education Act 2009. And after that, this policy which we are discussing, second policy of education in India, which is National Education Policy. So when we are talking about policy, we have only two policy to discuss. There are plenty of commissions were there, but as far as the policy is concerned, we have two major policy. One is in was in 1986, and other is present one 2020. So the first policy were discussed about access and equity, where this policy is focusing on quality education. So what exactly we mean by access and equity? So it's about availability and fairness. It's about availability and fairness. And these 2 points, keep in mind, three more points are added. It's not saying that 2 points are discarded, but these 2 points are also added. So three new points are added, which are language, technology, and modular system. So these are the three major uh, points of new education policy. Entire policy is pivotal on language, technology, and modular system. So these are the three major parts of the new education policy. And what exactly it does? It provides the vision and framework from school education to higher education. In that context, our structure is already changed. Earlier structure was 10 plus 2 plus 3. Now we have a new structure, which is 4 plus 3 plus 3 plus 5 year. So the early education is also now part of the main system flow. That is kindergarten, jump start, and everything is also now part of our education. Earlier it was not there, but now it is also part of it. And the Another is a modular system, multiple entry, multiple access. In early system, if one student completes 2 years and third year is remaining, he or she will not get the degree. But in this policy, every year have certification systems, right? And 7 years span to complete 3 year or a 4 year of their program. So within the 7 years, if they complete their work, then one can say they can able to get the degree, right? So that is academic bank of
Right.
concept of academic bank of credit, right? So this is exactly the modular system, the first part, which is a modular system. Second one is language. So through the language, how one regional language is connected to another regional language. So there are concept of regional language, national language, and foreign language. So this is also very important. As we know more languages, our more dimension will be increased to understand something, right? So this is also very important about the language. And top of that, a technology is there. So how technology help us to understand various languages and various problems, and how it is helpful for resources, which is also very important. So that also we will see. Now, if we look at the principle of the policy in the context of technology, heavily pivotal is for the use of technology. If you go through the document, you will find this, you will realize this, you will feel that everywhere you will find the word technology, we will see. And then through the technology, emphasis is given removing the language barrier. That also we will see how practical demonstration is already there. GUI already worked on it, and still it is on the improving path. Then increasing access for the Divyang students. This is something new, that special emphasis is given to this. A word also introduced, Divyang students, the students who require a special needs. So how technology helpful? How technology helpful to feel them they are normal. Okay, and then education planning and management. So it covers the entire ecosystem. That's why I'm using the word ecosystem, right? It's not pertaining to only classroom teaching, but it also covers planning and management through the technology. So this is basically key principle in context of technology of NEP 2020. Now if we look at the handbook, many of you already gone through the handbook. Those who are not aware of this, kindly go to the UGC website, download this document, which is available in various language options. So one has to read it. It provides many insights. Articulation is fantastic. So this document contains only 66 pages. It comprises of 27 chapters, and these 27 chapters are classified in 4 sections. So which are the 4 sections? Section number 1, which is a school education, which has 8 chapters, basically for the school education. And second, which is higher education, total number of chapters are 11. And then section number 3, which is known as the other keys area, total number of chapters are 5. And then section number 4, make it happen, chapter numbers are 3. So these are the sections, various sections. In that, 27 chapters are there. So in section number 3, other keys area, 2 chapters after 5, 2 chapters are given specifically for the technology. 2 chapters are given specifically for the technology. But if you refer to the document, apart from these 2 special chapters, if you look at the document, or if you go through the document, you will find technology word everywhere. In each and every chapter, you will see the mention of technology. I had taken a few examples over here. That's why I had given a title to this: 360-degree use of technology. 360-degree use of technology, and everywhere. These are only a few examples I had noted over here. That translations, and then popularization of language learning through the technology, teacher enhancement, classifications, then special needed children's. So how technology be helpful to them. Then so that is a inclusive education. Then transparent public self disclosure. So each and every institute has to put a chart on their websites and institution websites. So through technology, one can able to understand this through the white paper that this is a public disclosure, right? And where technology is used, and then holistic education where technology is defined, identified, and their benefits, their pro cons are such. And many of you maybe are aware of this incubation center nowadays. These few words are very popular: student startup cells, technological incubation centers. So this is basically holistic education center where technology is identified. These are the technology are very much useful in the classroom. These are the technology which are very much useful for certain work. So that is comes under the incubation center, right? So that is known as holistic education, which is also part of education. Then teacher education, so imparting informations through the technology to all sorts of or all range of teachers, starting from the school to higher education. So for school, Diksha platform is there. Through Diksha platforms, teachers of schools are able to connect themselves with the learning resources. And for us, we all are connected through the higher educations. We are all part of higher educations. So for us, a Swayam platform are there. So within a short period of time, these two platforms are going to merge, and which come out as a bigger learning resources platform for the Indian academic fraternity. Then a regulatory system of higher education, so reduce human interface. So we just few months back we got announcement from the NET that binary accredited system will be announced because of the less number of institutions are taking participation in getting accreditations. So new accreditation system is introduced that they will not get the grades, they will only get the status, they are accredited or they are not accredited, and that status will remain for the 3 years. And in the next cycle they are familiar with the accreditation system and they will go for the level based accreditation system. So in this entire procedure, no peer team will going to come at the institution. Everything will be done through the technology. Assessment will be done through the technology. So where a human bias, human interface will be reduced, right? So that's why name is given regulatory system of higher educations. So this is, if we comprom if we summarize this entire thing, so we can say these are the 5 points that uh, covers the ICT in the ecosystem. So first one is education planning will be done through the ICT. Second one is Digital India campaign. That this concept we will see when we see the chapter number 24, right? It's a kind of a challenging and opportunity kind of a chapter. Third part, a regulation through public disclosure, as we said, where technology is going to play a crucial role. And fourth one, which is our teaching learning main course, teaching learning and assessment, which also uh, technology is going to play a crucial role, and we are practicing right now also, we are practicing. And fifth, administration and management, right? So this all are done through the, and this all are defines the various component of education ecosystem. Or you can say, if you combine these five, you can define the education ecosystem, and where technology is going to play a crucial role. And this basic idea is given in the NAP document 2020. Let's see two specific chapters. What exactly written in these two specific chapters that we'll see. The first chapter, which is I think we started around 4 o'clock, and already 45 minutes, halfway mark is done. So you people kindly blink your eyes because continuously you are staring on the screen. So we have to blink ourselves. It's a good exercise that if we blink after a certain period of time while looking at the screen, so we feel bit relaxed, right? So this is also a important aspect in the technical or educational or online education system. We have to take care ourselves while using the technology. We have to worried about ourselves, right? Jaan hai to jahan hai, right? So now There are two chapters, specific two chapters are given in section number 3, chapter number 23, technology use and integration, and chapter number 24, which is online and digital educations, ensuring equitable use of technology. So these are the two specific chapters uh, which defines which defines how a technology is integrated in entire educational ecosystem, and what are the challenges are in front of us, and what are the solutions one can think upon. So let's see one by one. So first is technology use and integration. This is the first chapter number 23. So here it is stating that how to use technology and how to integrate in teaching learning aspect or in entire ecosystem. So let's see here. One can say use of technology in education. If we shuffle this word, then one can also say like this: use of education for the technology. Look at the carefully. These are the words, right? So how we play with the words and how we entirely come across a different kind of meaning. So use of technology in education and use of education for technology. So here the meaning is, when you use any kind of technology in education, so education of that particular technology is also very important. So say for example, right now I am using, or here the institute is using Google platform for video conferencing. Right now we all are in video conferencing. So this is Google Meet. So we must know how to use this Google Meet platform. So when you recall the Corona time, lockdown period time, so in early days of training program, during the lockdown, everyone was talking about the technology. Nobody was talking about the subject, because at that time nobody has idea about this kind of platform, because at that on those days this kind of platform were luxury. Even Google Meet were not exist on those days. Only Zoom platform were there. So it was a luxury, because we never think upon it that we require this very frequently. And all of a sudden Corona strike, and we jump from physical to, or offline to online. And for that we need resources. So we started understanding the technology, because we have to use, and we also train our students and our teachers that this is a technology and this kind of use of this technology. So early webinars were only pertaining how to use this digital technology. So that's why a use of education for technology is also very important. So whenever we use any technology in the classroom, we have to provide adequate information to ask learners or the students that this is the way I'm using it, you also go for this. So the learning span will be shifted, right? So this is very important. We will come across one beautiful word or concept later on this chapter. Uh, so this technology and education are part of each other. They are integral part of each other. One can nowadays in 2024, year 2024, nobody can say that technology is separate from the education and education is separate from the technology. We are living in such a world that technology is a part of education and education is also part of technology. So these two are very much important and they are integrated. Now let's discuss about a new technology coming into the market, or already came when this document were articulated. These were the new technology which is mentioned. This mention of this new technology are given in the NEP 2020. That's why I had taken, because now everything is from the NEP document. So let's see what are the few new technology knocking our door or part of our system. I think I have to bit uh, move myself so you can able to see properly. So this is a new tech. These are the new technology. They started with the artificial intelligence, virtual reality, augmented reality. So all we know nowadays, because this artificial intelligence we came to know when in 2023 November 30th, when OpenAI announced ChatGPT bot, robotic bots. It can able to talk, this chat. or the communicate like a people, and if you ask anything, it will provide you the answer of your query like a human being, like a learned human being, right? So this was the era started. This is the era started of artificial intelligence. So now we all are know, and we are happily using these platforms. Three big platforms or a four big platform we uh, are familiar with it. One is ChatGPT, another one is Gemini provided by the Google, third one is Microsoft Copilot, and fourth one is of Meta, which is in the mobile phone. When you start using Facebook or WhatsApp, it is there to help you out. So these are the main four major platform available in the market. Many more other are there, but they are not that popular. But these are the very popular and giant and big engine, one can say, available in the market. Now the question is why it is mentioned over here, because now people are very much familiar about the AI. But now what exactly the India is doing in AI? What we are doing AI? So for that, one has to check this platform, that is AI India. If you write AI India, so this is a official portal, Government of India's official platform about the artificial intelligence. What exactly India is doing in the field of AI, one can get idea from this platform, right? So you will find so many resources over here. What kind of courses are running in India about the AI? What are the university? Which are the university offering this course? Which are the institutions are working on AI? Which are the sectors nowadays are dominant, have a dominance on AI, or AI has dominant on that particular sectors? All kind of information you will get from here. So this is one official one has to visit when you work with the AI. Second platform is very much important. If you write Bhashini, right? So one point is there in the NEP, that language. So this is a portal or platform done or developed through the AI technology for language translation, and it's prepared by the National Language Translation Mission, provided by the National Language Translation Mission. Here this platform provides facility to interact in various regional language of India. Google is also provided, but Google is for the international language, whereas this our own platform is discussing or part for the regional language. So emphasis is given on the regional language. So in NEP also a language part is very important. So here is the technology which connects a language from one regional language to another language. If you look at the product, these all are free, and mobile website is also available on a Google platform, iOS platform. So these are the facility, free of cost facility. So first one is Anuvad. So it's a text from one language to conversion of text from one language to another language. This is a Chitranuvad, video transcription conversion. Then third one is Lekhanuvad. One document is document conversion, language from one language to another. And transmission plugin, if you want to add in your website, which is available freely. A tutorial is also there. And then Vani Anuvad, audio transcription from one regional language to another language. So this is an example that how technology is playing a crucial role to understand one language to another language, and which is a part of NEP. Right, so these are the new technology. GUI is also working on that. So whenever you have time, kindly visit this website so you can get idea about it, right? And then comes machine learning, which is a part of AI itself. When we unlock our phone through our face expression, it means we are performing machine learning. Our device is already trained to understand our face, and if we do any changes in our face, machine also start learning it. And few websites are also there. They are developed on the basis of this machine learning, and they provide a tailor-made informations, right? So kindly visit this platform. You will get more idea about it. Then comes a smart board technology. Many of institutions nowadays using this. This is a common thing in the classroom nowadays, that content is already there. This is a content filled board. Content is integrated with the board, so one has to only do uh, critical thinking in the classroom. So you will get more time, teacher get more time in the classroom, because content is already there. One has to only swipe it, or one has to only generate it, because internet connection is also there. So we are bringing technology with a better enhanced experience. So for that, this kind of technology is helping us in the classroom. Then comes cloud technology. Right now also we are using the facility of cloud. This entire proceedings is done on the cloud technology. But basically meaning of the cloud technology is they are providing services. Say for example, if we are using any online software, Google document, Google slides, any other facility, so it means we are using cloud technology. We don't have to use our power of our own local computers. Everything is provided on online, right? So these are the cloud technologies. Microsoft 365 is also now available online, so you can use Word, PowerPoint, Excel free of cost. There are subscription is also there, and free version is also available. So just like Google, one can able to use the uh, Office 365, right, which is available. You just have to open an account, free open account, right? Then comes blockchain technology. Nowadays we are doing everything online. So how to protect our data? So for that, blockchain technology is used. You will uh, ask that why blockchain technology mentioned in the NEP 2020 document. So it is because that each and every university is now bound to upload a mark sheet and degree certificate on DigiLocker. So their verification will be done through the DigiLocker. And for protecting this huge data, blockchain technology is used to for that. Uh, So that mention is there in the NEP 2020. Online education, now we are eating the fruits of online education since last 2.5 years or 3 years. We are familiar with the online educations and we are practicing it. Only the things one has to keep in mind that everything is not converted directly into the online, from offline to online. Say for example, I have 6 hour class, 6 hour fixed time schedule in a physical institute, physical structure. So entire 6 hours class cannot be converted into online, right? So 1 hour of physical classroom will be converted only in 20 minutes physical online class, right? Remaining 40 minutes is for the asynchronous work. So this kind of pedagogical change one has to think about, then only online education will be more preferable, right? So this is how one has to understand the importance of online education. This is not a primary, this is alternative and secondary platform. This one has to keep in mind. Face-to-face communication, no mode is going to replace and charm and the importance and benefit of face-to-face communications at one place, right? But these are the alternative solutions and alternative strategy to run the show, to minimize the budget and everything, right? So why not, we have technology, so why not to use technology and take the advantage of it, but not all the time, not all the time. So that one has to understand. So this new technology will not just change what students learn in the classroom, but how they learn. This is a punchline of NEP 2020 in the context of technology. We also have to emphasize and see to it how they are learning, which kind of technology they are using, which technology we are using, and how our learning is shaping up, which is very important. So what they are learning is important, but how they are learning, which is also important. Which technology help us to understand more clear way. or which shorten our time span to understand, because we are living in an exponential world. Our world is moving so fast. So which kind of technology are helping us to understand one problem very easily? So this is very important, right? So that's why emphasis is given on the technology. These are the helping tools, helping aids, which reduce our burden and help us to understand something, so we can able to focus on a critical thinking and solutions, right? Then comes these areas and beyond will require extensive research both on the technological as well as educational front, right? So everything is changa, it's not mean that there is no panga, right? One has to understand, one has to go for brainstorming and everything. Now who will do so that also written in the NEP documentary, how these all things are done. So for that, a provision is also there in NEP, which is NETF, National Educational Technology Forum. They will take care of it, and they have a four-quadrant model, step-by-step model that they will provide evidence. Yes, please, Lina ma'am. Any questions? Okay. Then capacity building will be done, and find out the thrust area, strategic thrust area, and articulations. Okay, so this is how done, and work is already started. These are the example. I'm putting few examples. There variety of educational software development, software in regional language, software for remote location and Divyang students, e-content development in all languages, NCRT, CIT, CBSE, NIOS. These are the pilot agencies uh, who do the job, right? E-content made available on Diksha platform very soon. Teachers professional development through the Diksha, and Diksha and Swayam will platform will be integrated
हाँ
across
हाँ,
the India very
मैं बात
soon.
कर
So these are the
हाँ हाँ मैंने
few
मैसेज किया है सुबह आपको।
examples, and system is already started working. And here important aspect is of AI, and these
ओके
are the
ओके,
key players:
जी जी, अभी
National
टाइम है,
Testing
6:30 बजे
Agency,
तक खत्म होगा।
Diksha, Swayam, and
ठीक
National
है
Research
जी मैम,
Foundation.
थैंक यू सो
These
मच मैम।
four are going to play a crucial
बाय।
role in our education ecosystem through the help of artificial intelligence, right? These are not my words, this is written in NEP 2020, right? Now let's come to the chapter number 4, which challenging chapters. So various challenges and opportunities are given in this chapter. That's why name is online and digital education, ensuring equitable use of technology. India is such a vast country, so how to provide technology to each and every zone and each and every part of the country. So it's a bit challenging. So here the concept comes of digital divide and how to overcome. So let's see what exactly given a real part. So there are so many problems, just like epidemics, and through the technology we came over it. So we also have a way forward, which is alternative technology, and by keeping that, we have so many challenges ahead after the corona. Say for example, scalability, because as I mentioned, it's such a vast country. Then assessment, pedagogy, teacher competency, and digital divide. So solution is also there, probable solution, that digital divide, which is come over through the Digital India campaign, where this campaign is specifically designed to provide low cost network, low cost device, and places where internet facility are not there, TV broadcast through the TV broadcast channel. So Swayam Prabha is basically the idea to provide the content through the TV broadcast channel. Then teacher competency will be increased through the training. Then pedagogy, one has to keep creativity, and there are so many things are written in NEP 2020 about it. Digital assessment is also very important and part of it, so which is also mentioned there. And scalability, which will be increased or enhanced through the infrastructure. So whenever you have time, kindly visit MEITI website, Ministry of Education and Broadcasting, Information Broadcasting. You will satisfied with the numbers mentioned there for the digital infrastructure, right? So now a few key aspects over here I already mentioned. It is behind my um, screen. Few logos are there, which are the key initiatives done by GUI: pilot study for online educations, digital infrastructures, online teaching and learning platforms. Earlier it was not there. Now we have Swayam Diksha, right? EPG Pathshala, virtual laboratories, right? And virtual labs. So these are the platforms we already have nowadays, and they are in working mode. They are in working mode. So these are the key initiatives in line of education and learning.
हेलो फ्रेंड्स, सबको आवाज आ रही है क्या सर की?
नहीं।
No, ma'am.
No.
ओके,
No.
प्लीज वेट, प्लीज वेट। कुछ टेक्निकल इशू होगा, वेट करते हैं। हाँ सर, हेलो। ओके, तो थोड़ा वेट करते हैं सर। जी जी सर जी। हाँ हाँ हाँ, यस सर, यस यस। हाँ हाँ सर, हाँ प्लीज़। फ्रेंड्स, सर के यहाँ के लाइट ऑफ हो गए हैं, तो थोड़ा सा वेट करते हैं। सर मोबाइल से ज्वाइन करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं।
With the offline educations, we were dealing very few other resources available online, and partly we use presentation mode and all these things through the technology. During the corona second part, during the corona we lost the offline part because no physical activity was possible, so we switch over to the online part. And we started searching learning resources. Teacher are also started searching. They also did so much of learning, how to deal with the online technologies and very other technology, how to create content, how to create electronic content, how to convert content into electronic format. So these were the puzzles where we came across during the corona. And now we are in the mode or the era which is after corona, and here we have to deal with the online and offline both, so which is known as we are in the hybrid mode. So we are capable enough to handle online as well as offline both. So in that context we can say we have to see to it five part: that blended mode, how to go for online mode, and what are the percentage we have to go for online. So which is a blending part, which is very important for the, and how to blend, which is depend on the teacher, student, infrastructure, subject, resources, which is very important. Second one is assessment. Digital assessment is very crucial. Physical assess, as we are not very much success with the physical assessment, digital assessment is also very important to handle, right? So these are the things one has to keep in mind. And competency of learner and educator in the digital world, which is also very important. If we only have competency, then only we can able to deal with it. Most important aspect is of digital India campaign. So digital divide is very important, that each and every part which is not possible to a technology can able to reach. So what to do that? So digital divide is a worldwide problem, not in only in India. It's a worldwide problem. So we also have to think about it. So these are the few points which, while implementing ICT in context of NEP, one has to think about it. So this is what exactly idea is given in the NEP 2020. So whenever you people have time, try to go through it. You will find very fruitful insight through the document, because document is very well articulated. So this is what I want to convey, and this is what I want to discuss. Any question is there from your side? You are free to ask me, even though I am not a Google or AI, but I will try my best to provide the or solve the queries. Unfortunately, I lost the light at my place, so I am not able to continue with my technical setup. So right now I'm connected through the mobile. Right.
Thank you so much, sir. Friends, any question? Please ask. Any question or any feedback from your side, participants? Are you all there? That is
Yes.
the main question.
Ma'am. Yes, madam.
Yes, yes.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, madam.
Yeah. No question?
Nowadays, machine is learning more than people.
Yes, sir. क्या करेंगे? Anyways, if there are no questions, can you please share the PPT of today's session? Yes.
Which is available on the portal, madam itself.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Otherwise, I'll provide you the link. I think you have a link, so you can
Yes,
able to
yes, sir.
share with
Yes.
them.
Yeah.
So it's already available. Nothing secret. It is basically a visual conversion from the document itself, so which is
Yes, sir.
already available. So if there is no questions, I may take your all of
Yes, sir.
your
Yes.
leave.
Thank you so much, sir.
And thank
Once
you very
again.
much. Thank
Yes.
you very
On
much.
behalf of all of us, I extend my
Thank you.
thanks to you, sir, for engaging an informative session for all the participants, sir. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, friends. You can take your refreshment break, and we will start our next session at 5:30. इन बिटवीन अगर रिसोर्स पर्सन ज्वाइन होते हैं तो थोड़ा सा जल्दी भी शुरू कर सकते हैं हम लोग. आप 5 मिनट का रिफ्रेशमेंट ब्रेक ले लीजिए. थैंक यू ऑल ऑफ यू.